India still, if one has a very good garden and flowers, if somebody goes, sir, I want to take some flowers from your garden for worshipping God. Yes, you can take. They will be very glad.
This man, his livelihood depended on those flowers, and I think his possessions were more important to him, unfortunately.
It's a funny story. There's a funny follow-up to that one, and that is that the flowers were taken from two men that ran nurseries, and we had to go through an appeal to finally get home. But just before the appeal came on, the boys needed a glass house because they've got special plants which you've got outside here, and they didn't know anything about glass houses, so they're driving around, and one said, well, let's go and find out something about glass houses. Oh, there's a nice nursery. The car drives up, you see. Devotee goes out, and he said, excuse me, sir, but we're interested in glass houses. He said, will you please get out of my land? Say nursery. Out of 200 nurseries around the area, he picked that particular one.
Ishava Samidam Sarvam. That is our pleasure. Everything belongs to God. Under the influence of Maya, we are thinking, and this is my fault. Just like, suppose this cushion, where from the wood has come. Has anybody produced wood? Who has produced? It is God's property. Rather, we have stolen God's property and claiming my property. That is Australia. The Englishman came here, but is that the property of the Englishman? It was there. America, it was there. And when everything will be finished, it will be there. In the middle we come and claim, it is my property and fight. Is it not? You are a barrister, you can judge better.
That was the argument he used.
No, it wasn't quite like that.
Originally everything belongs to God. So why you are claiming it is my property? Some must know the property is ours. That is the real knowledge. Now, whatever Father has given me, I will use it. Why shall I encroach upon my other brother, which he has got from his father? This is good sense. Why shall I fight with my other brother? My father has given him this property to him, so let him use that. And whatever he has given me, let me use it. Why should I encroach upon his property?
I can understand. I'm sorry. I can understand when you say don't encroach on other people's property. And I think if I understand you correctly, what you're saying is that if you have something, your father has given you something, and someone else wants to use it, well, let him. I can understand that, but don't you get to the stage, or can't you get to the stage at times, that for some reason or other, you don't want him to use it?
We are believing that everything belongs to God. If someone else does not believe in that concept and tries to use what we
That
use,
is wrong. That I say. That is a wrong concept.
Well, how do you reconcile, or how do you work out a situation? If everything belongs to God, we have to run society.
But you don't forget that everything belongs to God. Because you have to run society, it does not mean that you forget the real thing.
Well, so I really don't object to that idea at all. But the thing is that the system we're working within has got
There should be
different
rectified.
concepts.
You should rectify.
We should be sorry.
Rectified.
the
Rectify.
system should be rectified.
It's going to be very hard to
Yes.
get to what you're
That
trying
is
for.
to be united first. That first thing is that everyone should be convinced or understand clearly that everything belongs to God. But they have no conception of God. That is the whole human society at the present moment, majority, they are godless, especially the communists. They don't acknowledge the scientists, the philosophers, the scholars, all godless.
Some circles, yes, but
But you can't say that scientists are working in a way that is opposite to God's will.
Oh yes, I have met many scientists. They say that we shall solve everything by scientific advancement. We have done already. They say that.
But just because they
In
are...
fact, there is a big theory, chemical theory. One big scientist, big or small, whatever he may be, he has got a Nobel Prize.
It's medium-sized.
Huh?
It's medium-sized.
Yeah. He is making the theory, the life has come from chemical, the chemical community. Chemical evolution. Darwin's theory is also that. This is the big scientists. They are so full that life has come from matter. Where is the proof?
it's not a very
One
good.
lecturer is in California University, and there was one student, his mind is sharp. He challenged him that he to get the chemicals, whether you can manufacture life. That answer was, that I cannot say. What? You are putting this theory that life has come from chemical. So science means observation and experiment. Now, we experimentally prove, get the chemicals and produce a life.
They're trying.
And that is another business. When you are trying to be a lawyer or barrister, that does not mean you are barrister. When you are a student of law, you cannot say that I am barrister or advocate. You cannot say. You are trying to be, that is another thing. But while they are trying to be, they are taking the position of leader. That is the misleading. That is described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Andhadatham dhai rupuniyama. One blind man is trying to lead many other blind men. What is the use of such leading?
But can't you have people doing good for the sake of goodness?
He does not know what is good.
But there are certain things.
That's why I say blind.
There are certain things which intrinsically are good.
Real goodness is to understand God. That is real good.
But there are certain things that you don't, that are good, that you can accept as being good, just by themselves. You see an old lady who gets run over by a car. You go and help her. Now, there are certain things that are good by themselves, I think, and that people will react and do the good thing, even though they mightn't have any concept of God.
No. Unless you have got the real platform, how you can do good? Just like our Mother Maharaj was obliged to you, they have done some good legal affair. But unless you are a lawyer, legal man, how can you do it? You have a mind to do good. But if you are not a lawyer, how could you do it?
But there would be a lot of lawyers that do good without God.
I am talking of yourself. If one does not know what is good, then how will he do good? The first business is that he must know what is good. Then he can do something good. Otherwise, what is the use of jumping like monkey? Therefore, anyone who is posing himself as leader to do good to the society, he must know first of all what is good. Verse in mind. Jashasti bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarvai gunai tattva samasati sura harama bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathena asato dhavatu vahi. The meaning is that anyone who is God conscious, devotee, he has got all the good qualities. What we consider as good qualities, he has got. And similarly, one who is not a devotee of God, he has no good quality. Because he will hover on the mental platform. There are different platforms. Bodily concept of life, general, and this body. Therefore, my business is to satisfy the senses. This is bodily concept of life. And others, they are thinking, I am not this body, I am mind. Well, they are going on mental speculation, like philosophers, thoughtful men. And above that, there is intelligent class of men practicing some yoga. And spiritual platform is above that. First bodily concept gross, then mental, then intellectual, then spiritual. So this Krishna consciousness movement is on the spiritual platform, above body, mind and intelligence. But actually we should come to that platform because we are spirit soul. We are neither this body, nor this mind, nor this intelligence. So, one who is on the platform of spiritual consciousness, they have got everything. Intelligence, proper use of mind, proper use of the body. Just like a millionaire, he has got all the lower grade position, 10 rupees or 100 rupees, he has got all everything. You should see whether you are successful. And what is the standard of success? The standard of success is whether you have pleased God. You read this?
What is it?
Atah pungvi dijashreshta.
Atah?
Pungvi.
Atapumbir Dvijasreshta.
Another word.
Tapumbir Dvijasreshta. Varnashram Vigbhagjaha. Svanustisyasya dharmasya samsiddhi haritosvanam. O best among the twice-born, it is therefore concluded that the highest perfection one can achieve by discharging his prescribed duties, dharma, according to caste divisions and order of life, is to please the Lord, Hari.
That is it. That should be it. So, whether by my profession, by my business, by my talent, by my capacity, there are different categories. Whether I have pleased God, then it is success. If you have pleased God by your legal profession, you are in a different dress, it doesn't matter. You are as good as they are wholetimely serving God. Because their business is also to please God. Similarly, if you have pleased God, then even by practicing your law, you are as good as the serving person. That should be the aim. Whether I have pleased God with my professional duty or occupational duty. That is the standard.
You could assume that whatever religion, if a person was religious,
Religion means God.
that
God is one.
that should aid all religions.
Yes.
And the more Krishnas there are, the more other religious people might benefit. Yet these
According to
can't see it.
Srimad Bhagavatam, religion means the law given by God. Just like law means the act given by the state. You cannot manufacture law, I cannot manufacture law. Everything is there. He must be at the same time, although he is hero, he must be generous. Just like Alexander the Great, perhaps you know the story, he arrested one thief. So when he was arrested and he was being judged by Alexander, the thief pleaded that what is the difference between you and me? You are a great thief, I am a small thief. So Alexander understood it and got him with his yes. This is generosity. He must agree to the principle.
Well, there's another one, the battle. Remember the big battle where the opposition, what was his name, was on the ground?
I told Wally the story that Abhimanyu was surrounded by the Maharathis. There was no mercy then. So now Karna was objecting that you cannot shoot a man if he gets off his chariot. And Krishna said there was no mercy with Abhimanyu, so therefore there will be no mercy now.
Tit for tat.
But where was the generosity then?
Now what that is happening? Tit for tat.
Was that generosity?
Huh?
Where was
No.
the generosity?
Just times, Wally, surely, there's times for these.
That is war tactics. That is war tactics.
So he left about 20 people back at his house at some party. So he's feeling that he must have
It's
returned.
my father-in-law's birthday,
Oh,
and it's my son's 9th birthday.
oh,
We decided we're going to have the family.
that's nice. Very good.
And then my wife said,
Give
this
some
is only
prasadam.
a couple of
Yes,
nights
sir.
ago, a couple of nights ago, my wife said, well,
Take some blessings from the temple
thank you
for
very
your
much.
son and
So
father.
we decided to get all of my father-in-law's friends. He doesn't know yet. And I'm supposed to pick him up, you see. You know, I was supposed to do that half an hour ago. He just thinks it's a family dinner at home, you see.
Let's go and
But by the time we get home, it's a surprise for him.
Yes. It is very nice. It is a very nice function. The father-in-law and the grandson. Yeah.
He's going to bring some prasadam for you.
give some prasadam for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We invited everyone over to Ukasrava's house one night. We had a big party, and Wally came and Raymond came, and they became very much addicted to prasadam.
Make his father-in-law also interested.
Well, he was here on Sunday.
Oh, yes.
He came down on Sunday.
So you are going? Thank
Yes,
you
I'm
very
going.
much.
Thank
Oh,
you
you're
very
going.
much for your time. You've been most gracious and kind with us. I hope you have a nice trip.
He's coming back in January, too. Maybe then we can have a longer meeting.
Fine.
Hey, it is a very nice place. I wish to stay here, but I've got so many branches, I have to go.
Good night.
Good night.
I think you must be very happy to see what's happened in Melbourne.
Yes,
here.
I'm very happy. This house is quite suitable for my purpose.
They looked very hard for a long time
Yes.
and had a lot of difficulty.
Oh, yes.
This is one of the things that I imagine you know the story, but the Catholic Church, Roman Catholic Church owned this property, and it was almost by devious means that it was acquired.
They
Because
did
they
not want to give
didn't
us.
want to sell direct like that.